Correspondent Chris Livesay this morning drops in on an artist in Rome whose house is quite a home.
To step inside the Roman home of Luigi Serafini,
I don't even know where to begin.
Is to step inside the artist's mind.
I don't either.
And what a playful mind it is.
Like this?
I do.
An altar that's one part spaghetti, one part commedia dell'arte. And over there, that's a crock egg dial, priceless in today's egg-based economy.
Questo mio povero cuore non sa più cosa pensare.
Oddio, e non mi facevi scordare la cosa più importante. Scusami.
He even collaborated with Federico Fellini on the look of his final film, The Voice of the Moon. But his magnum opus was a book he published in 1981, the Codex Seraphinianus, so mystifying, even he can't explain it.
So if you were introducing yourself for the very first time to somebody and they said, oh, what's this? What's this book? What do you tell them?
I smile. I say, okay, you like it? Okay.
You tell me.
Exactly.
From that early work, conceived when he was just 27, he became a cult rock star of the art world, celebrated by intellectuals and tattoo artists alike as something of a surrealist wizard, says curator Pietro Mercagliano.
He is something magical, something that appears and disappears, but his smile is always there, like the Cheshire Cat. And his art always has this odd part.
There are monsters, birds, and whatever the heck that is. Creatures so uncanny, it's as if they were beamed down to him.
Probably the most, I think, real possibility is that there was a spaceship. And so some aliens sent me some message. That's one. The second possibility was my cat.
Your cat?
Exactly. It was sleeping on my shoulder. So I simply receive the dreams of my cat, and then so maybe it's the point of view of a cat. Who knows? That's the two possibilities: aliens or cat. The rest I don't know. It happened.
Perhaps the most alien of all is the language. It's 100% made up. The letters, the words, everything.
The surprise was the way children are able to understand book more than me. So it's fantastic when I see children reading my book and explain to me. I feel very...
But I feel like a child when I read your book.
Exactly.
That childlike whimsy has dashed off the pages and sprinted into Serafini's home of nearly 40 years. Everywhere you look, there are references to the book and reflections of his Rome neighborhood just beside the Pantheon. But despite creating an oasis of surrealism, his home faces a very real-world problem. The landlord wants him and all of his art to go, so the space can be turned into something else.
Imagine that all this will be completely destroyed, disappear.
And turned into what, a bed and breakfast?
Maybe. And no respect for art.
Most of the other residents have already left the building. The same is true for his entire neighborhood. Apartments where locals used to live, now converted into short-term rentals. More than 30 million tourists are expected this year alone.
You're one of the last real Romans left in this neighborhood.
Yeah, it should be supported by United Nations.
You're an endangered species.
Exactly.
Serafini notes they're all squeezing in to see the art that helped make this city eternal while squeezing out the artists.
Completely crowded.
What do you say to somebody watching this who might think, what was he thinking? He did all of this in a house that he doesn't even own. I mean, what were you thinking?
My answer is that when you do art, you cannot, you are timeless. You are in another dimension. You don't imagine the future, the past, whatever. I never thought that one day I could be evicted by this place because I was completely inside.
You were possessed.
Exactly.
It's moving day, but don't be alarmed. Serafini is packing up his work for an exhibit in northern Italy.
held at the Labirinto dell'Amazzone, one of the largest mazes in the world.
A fitting metaphor for Serafini's dizzying housing crisis, but also for a lifetime of head-spinning work. Some see traces of M.C. Escher, others Hieronymus Bosch, all of it laughing in the face of reality.
Humor is maybe the main feature of Luigi Serafini's art. I think that is because humor is the way to put reality in doubt, not to have just one reality. Everything he does is extremely free, is out of definition. He is someone who is able, through his gesture, through his words, and of course through his sculptures and paintings and drawings, to create a world that is as true as the one in which we every day live.
As for his home, a judge has allowed Serafini to stay based on artistic merit, but only temporarily. A final ruling is expected later this month.
And for you, this is like the Alamo.
Yeah, I'm resisting. The question is simply to destroy a work of art. I think not me, but even people who have been here thinking that this place disappear makes certain stomach.
Makes me nauseous to think about.
Exactly. That's the question, is this.